Welcome back, everybody. Welcome here to game number 4 of this Play All 5 series between Minimoult and Tabben. This is the Esoc Premier League number 4, week 1. Hudson Bay Bigs taking on the Crassier Management Company. Tabben currently leading the series 2-1. Map here is Pomerania. Tabben spawns to the east map in the colour red, playing as the Haudenosaunee. Minimoult spawns to the west of the map in the colour blue, playing as the Chinese. And this is really interesting. This is the exact same matchup we had for game number 3, but reversed. We now have Minimoult playing the Chinese, where last game he was playing the Haudenosaunee, and Tabben vice versa. And this is a matchup I'm super looking forward to. Well, I mean, the last matchup in the last game was the same, and I was also looking forward to that because that was a hype game. But Minimoult is an excellent Chinese player, and he's been leading the development of Chinese meta in recent weeks and maybe the month as well. And he is the pioneer of the French consulate Temple of Heaven strategy, and he's played so many games of China recently, reaching ladder position number 2 with them as well. So certainly very versatile. Tabben, a bit more of a standard traditional player. I feel that the Iro Haudenosaunee kind of play style here for himself, potentially kind of Musk, was it Skirmisher, Goon in H3, but a Kanya Horseman, bit of semi-FF, eco on the side. I think that really works to Tabben's playstyle a lot more. So I kind of think that Tabben might be slightly a better player than Minimoult playing as Haudenosaunee. I think Minimoult might be a slightly better player than Tabben while playing as the Chinese. So I'm expecting last game, but the same as last game, but this game, a little bit more jacked, a little bit more spicy, because of the players are many playing their preferred Civ, and Minimoult, you know, China is his main squeeze. I'm expecting to see his build, but like really crisp, really polished. Maybe you might see some minor variations compared to what we saw last game. I think as well, it's interesting to see because when you're playing the same matchup in reverse, you know exactly how your opponent played the Civ you're playing, and might be thinking that might be how you may phrase the game, how you might go about the game, how you might do your business. So it's up to players to kind of adjust how they play with the knowledge that everybody knows how that Civ goes. If you know what I mean. Like, for example, Pomerania has gone for another dock start, making more fishing boats, and China has gone for another French consulate, fast food crates, looking to age up, get that wonder down before the 3-minute mark. So these are the things both players can expect each other to do, and how they want to play and vary that is anyone's guess. And I think Minimoult here scouting for the dock, sees the dock. Does he save for the gold treasure? No, he's going to back off. And I think that's kind of crucial. If you see the dock, you kind of understand the ideas of Tabben. Tabben here wanting to invest into water, which means likely H2 aggression will be slow. So that kind of allows the Temple of Heaven build to go 700 gold first, get the age up in, and so on. So that stuff really helps. This is really nice. Coming across an 85 XP treasure, stun the beast, kill the wolf, then kill the beast, and then take the treasure. Very happy with that. Nice natives here. We've got the House of Wetting. Tabben looking to secure this here with the gunman. He's kind of just sat here, just chilling. Maybe Tabben's got an idea of getting this one secured in transition. Maybe going then for managed politics, cheaper age ups for 300 food. So it's kind of a good upgrade. The only problem is that you basically save the same amount of resources as you do investing in it. So the benefits of going wetting to get that is pretty low, but you do get the Golden Ear Reuter upgrade, which is actually very strong. Stun comes in, that gunman's going to get absolutely clapped. Yeah, can't do anything about that one. That's a shame. Minimoult on his way to the next stage. Let's have a look at his deck, see what he might be up to. Does have 2 War Junks, H2. Does also have the 1 full card on H3. That's a very good card. And you've got to be very aware of it on Pomerania. You're right next to the coast, so you could actually push, cavalry, infantry on the coastline and back yourself up with a full Khan as well. That would destroy the dock, but also provide so much supporting fire onto the water with full Khan. The town centre may wear down the warship in the end, but I think in terms of momentum and pushing, I think it's worth a card. It's also a card which instantaneously spawns on the water at your home city flag instead of, let's say, skirmishers spawning out your town centre or your village and walking across the map. So, yeah, there's all players. Minimoult here, going for 300 exports. So, in terms of the French consulates, could be 500 res. He's actually now changing consulate, going Germany. So, looking to go for a cheaper switch into economy tax and basically trying to pivot in cards like distributism and colbertism, or maybe wait for Asia and get capitalism in and delay the 700 gold a bit. That might be as a result of a couple of the XP treasures that he's picked up there. Certainly the 85 XP. I think there's 2 witch hunters here for 80 foods. He might have picked some more XP treasures out. It's nice. It's a nice idea. It's a nice variation. A little bit more eco, but it does slow down the age up. Remember, Tabben was clicking up at like 545, 550. Minimoult will be clicking up after 6 minutes, but it won't be too much long after that. Not much our time on the CC result. A bit of awkward placement of the gold crates. And Jay is not short of resources. Would actually like to see a little bit more gold being mined because, you know, if let's say there was Haudenosaunee aggression, you can gore the gold onto the pikemen, get those out, and that won't slow your age up down. Interesting plays here from Minimoult, purposely blocking access between the gold mine and the town centre. Potentially more of a defensive posture here, but actually could be quite annoying. Asian villagers are pretty good at gathering berries with the market upgrade, so it's kind of awkward to let that one hang in. Maybe Disciple trying a little bit of gather a read on the amount of fishing boats, but I'm sure Tabben is here. Instead of how Mini played it, is going to go up a little faster. Yeah, only trained 2 Tomahawks here to try and teach the train post. Skipping the Canyon Horseman straight away and just goes 5-vil, mixed resources, going straight up to the next stage. Actually builds in another war hut with a villager, looking to probably age up and drop that Travel into a stable. So 2 racks of stable production. And I think Tabben's learned the mistake that Minimoult made last game of just a bit slow, not much getting done with the cav, the musks, and then not having the required infrastructure up when China pushes. So interesting from Tabben, and also, you know, no mid-map war hut. He's just sat in base with his war hut. I think he realizes that there's no point going mid-map war hut versus a civ likely to push you before you push them. War Academy being built by Minimoult. There's the village coming down, looking to be a bit more forward-thinking. Minimoult has already got colbertism and distributism, now waiting for the coin trickle. Capitalism, but that will wait for a little bit more. 250 export, nearly there. It will take a bit of a while. The thing is that those trickles and the switch here to German tongue, it's not super impactful. It is cheaper batches at the War Academy. It's again not super noticeable. Only the Forbidden Army where it's a bit more impactful, but across the entire cost of the unit, it's really minimal. So the German consulate, it's nice addition. It's not super impactful. It'll be interesting to see if his card play works off, because you got to remember, Minimoult is essentially down a card at this moment, sending in both 700 wood and 300 export. Yeah, he's sending in 5 meteor hammers now, not straight away in the 3rd age, and there's just no follow-up. The amount of units on the field here from Minimoult is limited, to say the least. I'm sure he can get more done at some point, but at the moment, he's kind of... There is no tempo, there is no momentum, there is no pushing. He does see forward village, Tabben. Minimoult looking to send these units forward, and the stun just takes out the pikeman straight away. Not even messing. That's actually quite funny to see. Second War Academy. Now this is interesting, because what essentially Minimoult has done, and is basically saying to us as the spectators here, is just saying that he's got enough economy to get his market tax, and then after that get a second barracks, and then double train skirm pike from both. I assume is to play, and this is going to be a bit of a slower game here from Minimoult. He is looking to push in, but I don't think he wants to push too hard too early. Mainly because he's got repelling volley in his deck for his skirmishers to kill the cavalry. He has actually got cavalry HP and ranged armor here to kind of deal with the skirmishers and other units. Potentially gets the big button from the House of Witten, the Golden Raiters. Like, there's a lot of there's a lot of benefits of here letting China take this longer. The wonder's really good. I think the economy here from China is better. The potential Vulcan on the water can deal with the Aero fishing boats. So it's on Tabben now to try and push out and actually make good use of the stronger units he has already. He's actually sees the Changdaos and Explorers split apart from the home army. And this is... oh no. Oh no. I think because he's seen all his units, he's going to try and get out. Hopefully he won't lose everything, but... so he lost 4 Changdaos there. The train post still stays up, and potentially he might lose the Explorer as well. Ooh, Vulcan is coming in. Maybe that water flag can go a bit more north, but there hasn't been any play to try and get that water flag far up. A lot of resources here. No Beiyang army in the Third Age to spend that food and gold. Maybe he's just actually waiting to double batch train the cavalry here from both barracks. Quick change to the Brit consulate, making good use of that export card in Age 2. A couple of these guys could sit on those berries now. He does have a lot of hunt behind his base. We need more gold. And we got to the point, yeah, the wonder now is set onto gold. We don't actually need anymore. And the thing is, I think Minimoult seeing at Tabben, there's no real response to defending the water. Tabben's pushing in now. There's no warships in deck. So he's just going to go straight into the land. And the thing is, Minimoult's just invested a whole heap of stuff onto the water. There's Cuirassiers. Haven't called Transcendence yet. There's Transcendence now, but the Explorer, yeah, it's full HP. You know, as a fight goes, that's not too bad there for... well, I mean, obviously, Era's going to win, but I was expecting a complete cleanup there, and still huge amounts of forces on the field. Okay, the fact that there's still 3 Cuirassiers, or 2 high HP Cuirassiers, is regrettable. Kanya Horseman's now being sent in from Tabben. Minimoult, another shipment ready. Cav being trained. Skirm Sword being trained. Changda's being shipped. There's enough units to kind of come back, and all the water eco is cleaned up. There's still more fishing boats to clean up. I think the Vulcan came in maybe 1 card too early there. Still open, exposed to this push. Score is very, very, very close. Villagers potentially at risk might get into the village. And yeah, no RV to try and really boost the skirmishers versus the musket riders. The thing is though, this eco with the German techs, the market techs, he's got all the market techs, including Imperial Broxy, the Porcelain Tower as well. He can double pump Cav. Look at the Changdaos in melee mode. Now, he doesn't have access to Transcendence, but this, if you wanted to transcend, this would be a perfect time for it. A lot of Cav tanking, but here come the Kanya Horsemen on exposed Arquebusiers, and a good fight there potentially has gone south very quickly in Tabben, crushing the remaining forces of China. And now just trickling a couple Cav. You need to get these out of here, mate. You can kill a couple skirms, but the musket riders are having fun, and villagers going down. The double war huts are so far apart. This is very awkward for production. And things now like Tabben's in just prime driving position to try and get this going. Cav will come out. I think he's going to try and quickly clean up the Forest Prowlers here. And that's very smart because he knows that there's Manchu coming. Okay, he's just going to pull out. He has to run now. Oh, this is awkward. Don't stay. Gotta go. Gotta go. And I wonder how much other stuff. Vulcan now putting pressure on the villagers on the coastline. This is a smart play. 2 villas going down. Maybe more, actually. Bounce shot? Who knows? Buying time with the Cav running around. Oh, Golden Rider ability here would be so good with the Manchus. Oh my god, there's elite Kanyas. And there's more elite Kanyas here to kill the village. Oh, I think that village will go down before the Manchus pop. So that's a bit of a shame, actually. That could be catastrophic there for Tabben. But he does have this village where he might want to pop, but he kind of doesn't want to as well. There's too many skirms. I think he will, though. Oh, the skirm swords have just been killed. Oh, got denied. That would have been crucial. Manchu to come out. He can't re-engage. He has to run around. So he's got to move. Yeah. I think that was opportunity there for Minimoult to come back into the game. Really strong there, but his position on the board is a bit weakened. Still 1 fishing boat chilling. Vulcan doesn't know what to do. Villagers here from Hohenstein have moved down to the south. But the forces are too strong in the middle. And Minimoult needs to get his barracks built in base. He needs to get another barracks built up in base. He's got 2. I don't remember what the other one is. Oh, it's his first one. He never got killed. Doesn't actually need population just yet. Guys, wander on food income, which is a bit of a strange. But looking to get some more units out on the board. Oh, villagers gets into the full Khan. Gonna cross onto the northern side. Drop those villas off there, maybe go onto the gold mine. Get some trees getting chopped as well. There's no actual animals on this top side as well, which is very interesting. Pomerania army pushing down to the southern side. Can your horsemen leading the charge? Quite a lot of musket rise behind. I don't really see where China is going to gather the army behind this. It'll be really tough to deal with this situation. Village being thrown down in base. Look at the frost prowlers though, they're moving in and they're just, there's nothing here blocking the attack here of the Haudenosaunee units. They're just moving in, villagers in the back line, they're exposed, and maybe it's going to be a mass evacuation to the Northern Island, which is good in principle, but the only problem is that, well, the Wonders, they can't move, and once you lose a Wonder, you can't rebuild it. This isn't Age of Empires 4, this is Age of Empires 3, we've got to be very careful to this fact that once these buildings go down, you're in trouble. Skirm mass is starting to amass here from China. Going to fight near the warship. Very good play here. Fulkan unleashing its broadside ability, getting massive damage off. But the thing is, the Frost Prowlers, they've got infantry combat, and they've got the Aero War Chief nearby, boosting HP as well. 152 HP. Arquebusiers, 4 less attack, 25 less HP, essentially. Can't quite comment on the exact numbers, and it's just not looking good here from Minimoult's point of view. There's Frost Prowlers moving forward. And it's just a trade here. Minimoult's up to 13 skirmishers. And the Frost Prowlers count here for Tabben, 32. The thing is, I guess Minimoult's staying in the game because the army, when you include the full Khan, is relatively comparable. But when you're fighting away from the coast and the broad and the ship, it's just not even close. And yeah, the skirmishers is demolishing. And Minimoult's realised he has to go back. Minutemen come back, called. I think that was when he was thinking about pushing out. That's not going to work. Full Khan's going to move around. I don't know really where he wants to go. I think Minimoult's opportunities are starting to dwindle in this match. All his villagers are at home, in base, not on the map. No real food income here for Minimoult. Look, 0. He's got no income. He's got a lot of gold. Could potentially go into a monastery, get some mercenaries fighting for him, but the position out on the board is starting to fall apart. What's Tabben up to? Warhawk, double Warhawk, villagers in base. Architects here looking pretty good for Tabben, must be said. And it's just producing so many units, constantly spending the resources on more units, which is always good to see. Thing is, it feels like quite awkward that Tabben can't quite close this game off. You've got to be aware that Minimoult will have soon another batch of Transcendence. Oh, it's actually a long way away. Okay, so maybe not. A couple of heavy cavalry trying to kill the villagers, but they're going to run into the entire Haudenosaunee army, and yeah, getting caught out. Snare, one goes down. Frost Prowlers pick up a low HP Meteor Hammer, so 2 cav go down. A lot of damage. And if Minimoult's having to resort to 4 cav raiding, then maybe this is the time where Tabben thinks he's got the lead and may want to push in. Xinjiang Mingling. Gotta remember, guys, this is a tournament game, so both players are trying to play to their outs. I think Tabben's realising if he can just keep taking map, keep taking natural resources, he should be fine. Look at these villagers on this island, they're nearly out. They've gone through one gold mine, they're on to another gold mine, there's a lot of trees. I don't think Tabben's really conscious aware that the villagers are up down this island. Also remember, he's got no water eco. It's not like he's still got best part of, I don't know, 8 fishing boats. He's only got 1 fishing boat remaining, which actually could be crucial. This is the sneaky transport he needs to get units onto the Northern Islands and kill those vills. Still, so many Canyas, and Forest Prowess has been trained. 22 attack now. He's so strong. Infantry combat has been researched. Maybe before it looks like it wasn't actually being researched. That's a Hero War Chief will get back into the fight when he comes nearby, but also having 25 musket riders, 10 Canyas. Oh, it's just a Forest Prowess. There's so much damage, and the vills here. The vills trying to get on the map on the hunting, they're going to get pushed back as well. And you know, the thing is, if Minimoult can't get any food, he can't really fight. The only food he has is in-base berries, which is not bad. He should be getting them. He should be feeling fine getting berries, but he's not taking it. And Tabben here as well is not actually looking to dive in onto these villagers. So he is also waiting, playing long game, maybe waiting for a potential jump to the 4th age, but resources suggest that's not really the case. Cavalry going for another raid. Takes control of the House of Wetting flag. Skirmishers see the movement of this, maybe get a pot shot. No, yes, no, who knows. And villagers now move down to the Southern Hunt, and actually they've got onto another batch of resources, which Tabben does not feel like trying to take control. He does see that the deers are going down. He does see they're being hunted very quickly, but he sees villagers on the front line. That's a happy pickup there. And he's going to go for them. Oh, he's going to maybe potentially kill the village. He now sees that Tabben's just been very, very chill. And he does actually have the Explorer dance being revived, but it will take a long time for that to come in. Okay, Cav charge here for Minimoult. Is he going to go for this? Transcendence is actually back up. He can call Transcendence here at some point to hit his army. It might be good. Shout actually. Explorer's quite low HP. Transcendence 3, 2, 1. Call it in. There you go. Cyborg's being trained. This is the time to score. It does. Oh, the Explorer doesn't actually give her too much HP, so everybody there got HP except for the Explorer for some reason. But this is a cleanup. What a fight here for China. What a fight. We've got the Cav upgrade here, got no skirm upgrades, so I'm not too really sure how they're getting the musket riders, but all the Forest Prowess are getting cleaned up behind this, and muskets are charging this down. And still got 34 eco villagers as the Wonder, and Tabben's just lost his entire army. This is a bit of a problem here. He's now sending tomahawks. The musket riders are kind of still stationary. There's a snare on from the iron flails. So skirm behind, swords chasing, and what a transcendence! What a fight there for China, pushing Eero back onto his side of the map. The hunt's now going to get denied behind. Cavalry killing some more skirmishers. Villagers exposed across the map as well. This is... I thought there was no way back there for Minimoult, but Minimoult's pulling out the hard reverse in this game and taking the lead. Let's look at Minimoult's eco as well. Like, he's got a lot of villagers on wood. I'm sure that porcelain tower's on food. Got villas on berries. He's got map. He's got access to other deers. Going for a third? Again for a second war academy. There's one villager down here. It kind of blends into the gold mine. It's really hard to see. Oh, what was that? That was listening to the Esoc's wardrobe taunts there. That surprised me. That has. Arquebusiers moving in. Skirm just under pressure, it looks like. Canyon Horsemen, Musket Riders. The Explorer still stands in here, and there's a lot of vills here from Moshone once again going down. And this is economy that Tabben cannot afford to lose. He is up to 50 vills, but he's got no water eco, and natural resources are out. He's got no farms. Once he loses his gold mine, how does he make more units? That is his last bit of gold. He can't really make any more. So, you know, this is an opportunity here for Minimoult to really take this fight and just say, right, you know, if he wants to keep gathering gold, then you have to take my army on. You have to fight. You can't just keep running away. And this is like the moment where I think Minimoult could and maybe should be driving this harder. He's just picking vills up for free now on the gold mine because Yeah, Tabben just can't run. He physically can't. There's not very much he can do. We've got probably now need to get some gold income here back again, but Dragbox Micro getting the Changdao's forward, and Changdao's on top of the Kanya Horseman again. Changdao's looking to get onto the Musket Riders. They're not really being pulled back at the moment. Getting in contact, yeah, a bit of snare. Cavalry going onto the Forest Prowls as well. What a cleanup! What a cleanup! What a comeback! And Minimoult's just taking the game. What a game that was. Well played, both of them, I've got to say, but wow. What a game. Minimoult essentially going for a slightly more economic build order play style, trying to make it work. The only problem was that it was a little bit too slow, and Tabben managed to get into the thing. And now I'm here in the Chinese home city. Oh, can I just not listen to the Chinese home city, please? There we go. There we go. Minimoult went for a slightly more economic build order here with the Temple of Heaven build he's kind of manufactured, where Tabben identified the problems that Minimoult went for in the last game, so didn't go for the Kanya pivot shipment, only made a couple tomahawks to annoy that trading post, and went for a better boom on the water. I did notice the gill nets in base production, not losing any of that, and managed to actually push with stronger units, earlier timing, and get way ahead. Minimoult, it just looked tough. It looked tough, and there was a moment in time he only had the Manchus and a couple of cav, but waited for reinforcements and waited for a potential strong transcendence push, and he did get that. Did cut so many villagers though. Like, there's potential for trying to keep on training the vills, especially as the game went on, and it was very clear that the game wasn't going to end straight away with the Manchu pop. Look at the military pop though. Oh my god, 100 population from Minimoult down to 56, but they're showing 127 down to 37. So many units going down. What a fight that was for Tabben. And the problem was, at that point, villagers are running, villagers are going down, and although there's so many more villagers here for Tabben, I reckon the economies are very close. And actually, yeah, the rate of income a little bit ahead there for Minimoult. Pretty even in the middle games, but at the end, it was just starting to pull away. But it's just the upgrade units. It's the having the repelling volley as well on the skirmishers versus the musket riders, the extra multiplier versus the cavalry, the actual hand cavalry having extra HP and range resist. All this is range units right now. The Changdao's enjoying their time, eating the Kanya horsemen. Oh, that is brutal. That is absolutely brutal. And Tabben was leading the game for a while, but it's not who leads the game, it's who finishes the game. Minimoult finishes the game. He takes the fourth game. The series is tied up 2 apiece, and this is a play of 5 series, but if this was a best of 5, we're going to decider, and who can take that final point for their team in this team tournament. We'll see you in the next game. Thanks for watching.